times as it takes just to get the message out. Really, just sum it up, okay? We had to sell everything we've ever owned, throw it away, trash it, whatever, leave it behind, move houses. We took some stuff with us, and it can recontaminate your life. So I wanted to at least let you know what it's capable of doing and what's going on right at the very beginning of the video. Now, let's back up a little bit. My first symptoms was kind of like a brain fog, fatigue, extreme fatigue. Not like you just like were weak, but you didn't really have the drive or urge to do anything. And the second, if you laid down, you could just fall asleep right then and there. That was some of my first symptoms. Next, it was stomach issues, digestion stuff. And even now, like with my brain fog, trying to find words and stuff, I'm still slower than I would normally be. So just keep in mind, if you are talking to your doctor and you're thinking, you know, do I have ADHD or something like that? See if any of these other symptoms are kind of playing into what you suspect. If you think that you might have mold, the best thing I can tell you, even if you think you can't afford it, is to try to get a professional and figure out what's going on. Let me jump into the chat here and let me get the live chat going. Okay. So, like I said before, we're just going to keep talking about this. I don't think I'm ever going to be done talking about this because my life has been forever changed. This is life altering things that you can't even see, and you don't even know how bad it can possibly get. My background, from Bermuda, so very tropical, very humid all the time. Mold is an issue, right? Whenever I was in homeschool and we're doing an experiment to try to make mold, you didn't have to. You already had it. Bread will mold within 4 or 5 days. The assignment was, take an eyedropper, drop some water on some bread and try to make some mold and then look at it through a microscope. We already had the stuff ready to go. So mold was never something that I was worried about. Mold is something I'm very familiar with. Never studied it, but familiar with it, where I had no respect for it at all. I would see it. I would say, okay, we're just going to get rid of that. And that would be that. That's as far as my fear of mold went. It was like, okay, I've heard that's not good. We're going to take care of it. No masks, no gloves, no nothing, right? Just take care of it and be done. So never had any healthy respect for it. No idea what it was capable of doing. We lived in a house that had a roof above a roof. So there was shingles in the attic. And we had a roof leak at one point. I had no idea. And insurance won't help you if this happens, by the way. Don't. Actually, you know what I will say? Try as much as you can, because we literally had to sell a house and use the equity and rebuy everything that we've ever owned and throw away stuff that you can never replace. I mean, the other day I was throwing away artwork that my mom did when she was 6 or 7. So just know what it's capable of doing. The symptoms, headache, dizziness, vertigo, brain fog, some confusion, lethargic, weak, tired, digestion issues, stomach ache, tightness in your chest, sore throat all the time, things like that, coughing, and just feeling like you can never get a full gasp of air. I thought that I had long C19 is what I thought I had. And I just accepted it. I was like, well, I'm never going to breathe again. Always getting sick. And that's what I thought I had. But it turns out that we had mold at the house. We tried to fight it ourselves. We tried to remediate it ourselves. 2 people can't do it, especially if you've got younger kids that need a lot of attention. 2 people can't do it. My wife's been more supportive than I could have ever asked for. And, you know, to where she's turning tools, tool belt on, demoing walls, okay? 2 people can't do it. It can't be done. There's not enough time in the day. You have to get professional air scrubbers. You need to get professionals. This stuff is microscopic. And once you live in it for so long, your body gets full of these toxins that you can't see. And once you hit that threshold like I have, your body says no more. And it turns into like a PTSD response to these toxins. And after that happens, you're running out of time. It's whatever motivation that you had to get anything done, it's pretty much gone. Like your next plan is, I'm just going to lay here and accept my fate. And that's exactly the way that I started to get. So, yeah, if you think you've got mold or whatever you've got, try to find an actual mold doctor. Talk to an allergist. Allergists know special chemical doctors. So there's special doctors that deal with chemicals. And the mycotoxins are chemicals. And they get in your bloodstream. And they really, really do irreversible, permanent, life-altering damage. You know, I lost my gallbladder. And that's probably the least of my worries. So I don't know if I can stress this enough. If you think you have mold, get professional help immediately. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. We are literally working in the house. We're trying to remediate our mold. We are killing the walls. We've ripped out all the sheetrock. We've ripped out all the ceiling. We've ripped out all the floors. We got about $22,000 on a credit card. And we start to realize that our cars are contaminated now. And now I can't get a breath of fresh air when I'm driving in my car, which might not be a big deal for some people because it's a quick trip. You're going from point A to point B, getting out of your car, going to work, whatever you're doing. I do inspections, so I live in my car. What's up, Shaka? I live in my car, so my car is my office. And my car was literally, you know, actually killing me for quite some time. And I was, you know, almost falling asleep. Not really falling asleep, but just kind of being so out of it all over again. No, we're good now, man. We're in the new house. We had a scare. My wife, I'm going to get to this point here pretty soon. Long story short, we had a jewelry cabinet. That was my mom's. That was all closed up and everything. We thought it was safe, and it wasn't. And it jumped out of the cabinet, man. My wife left it open, and it literally just jumped out of the cabinet and latched onto the covers and the bed. These toxins did. And we thought that we're going to have to move and sell the house again. So we're good. The AC is on, the heater's on, everything's good. It did, however, damage this piece of equipment. So those toxins, they jumped into, my wife took it out. There's a box here. It's worth showing you, just so you know. Hang on, I'm gonna open this door. Unless it's way out there. It's way out there. It's a power supply with battery backup. Is what it is. It's a trip light. And it's got a battery backup. It was literally $200 and it has a fan that constantly spins. And electronics in it. And this stuff loves electronics, okay? It's destroyed 2 laptops and a computer to this date. And that's not all it's destroyed. But these toxins, they love aluminum, they love fans, anything is fan, especially HVAC, stuff like that. They just jump into. And they contaminate it. This is it here. I found it. Make sure my freaking address isn't on this. to Amazon. Okay. So this is it here. It's a battery backup. See the fans on it? It's trash. Threw it away. $200 gone. Just like that. Luckily I didn't get my computer. So that fan was blowing those toxins around in the bedroom. And I figured it was my computer. But thank God it was just the fan. The computer's good. The house is good. The HVAC is good. I thought, man, I thought that was it for the house. It happens that fast. So 3 days. 3 days. Driller cabinet's open. The toxins are flying around. There's like 270,000 on a pinhead. Your body breathes in like 75,000 of them or something an hour. The kind of toxins that I've got, specifically the trichothiazine, you kill it with 500 degrees of fire for 30 minutes. You drowned it in bleach. You can possibly spray acetone on it, but that's about it. So anyone thinking that it's just mold, it's not mold. It's microscopic chemicals that have the capability to stick into anything like super glue. And in 3 days, we went from being great to being really uncertain of what we were going to be doing. So, yeah, we just got to spread awareness about this because there's no information about it on YouTube. I've looked. That's why I'm where I'm at, because I didn't know what the hell to do. And I still don't know what the hell to do, but this is information on what not to do. And what not to do is to think that two people can take on a remediation project when you've already got the symptoms and the makings for having bad mold. If it's something that you just discovered and it's like mold and it's in your bathroom, don't freak out, you know. Contain it, spray it down with water so it can't go around. Put plastic up so it can't get to your HVAC, turn your HVAC off, things like that. But if you've already got to the point where I was at, where I'd already lost my gallbladder, literally couldn't stay awake. My mom's 2 window ACs had mold in them, put a new split-in system, and now breathes better. Yeah, that's good. What's up, Scott? That's a good scenario of like maybe some good mold. I had bad mold. So I had black mold that created these mycotoxins. When other molds get in the territories of each other, they feel threatened. And they start this mold chemical warfare microscopically with these little spores called mycotoxins. And I'm literally in the crossfire. So now I'm sensitive to all of the mold. So when we moved in here, there was some HVAC ductwork that, you know, had some signs of moisture damage, and there was some mold in the attic. It wasn't a big deal. And I'm like a mold detector now, so I knew instantly if it was good mold or bad mold just based on my reaction, right? If it hurt my throat or if I felt sleepy or whatever. So we just cut a large section of it out. We wet it, we plasticed everything off, and we just cut it all out. No big deal. The mold that we had was very different, and there's not any information about this online of how bad the mold can be. Just like how you said, you just simply replace the units. That's awesome. Picture the type of mold that you had where it was in the AC system, but it was the bad kind. And it already spread to every piece of article of clothing that you've ever had. Or it went into the books in your bookshelf. And even though the books were faced in, like the books were tucked in the shelf and only the back of the book was showing, imagine that it just contaminated every book on that shelf and you didn't know. And then it's on your clothes, so you jump in your car and you turn the AC on. It's hot outside. You're in Texas, 110 degrees outside, so you turn on the circulate to get higher airflow, and you just contaminate your whole car. But you don't know that because you previously had C19 and you don't have a sense of smell. So all you know is that you're getting sicker. You know that you can't breathe, and you're basing it based on maybe having, C19 and not the problems that you have. So, if anybody's struggling with knowing what to do, or if you feel like you're stuck or trapped or whatever, my email is conductivewood@gmail.com. And, there's a lot of things you can do wrong, and there's only about probably 10 things that you can do right. And the first thing is going to be like containing it and figuring out what you're up against. And the only way to do that is to know what type of spores are in your house. For me, we'd already moved, sold the house, and I figured out what mold we had based on the results inside my blood, and more specifically my urine in my body. So I had the test done, and I'm like 7 times over the limit on pretty much all the toxins you can get. So just highly sensitive to everything, and was not able to save anything. New clothes, new cars, new picture frames, new spoons, new coffee makers, new fridge, new stove, new everything, new computer, new tools. It was in my freaking power tools. I had to give all the power tools away. So that's where I'm at. Can I clean the power tools? Yeah, probably. What's up, Tar Heels? Hey, I sent your package out, man. Yeah, to anybody that got the packages, if you feel weird at all, the slightest bit off, just throw that stuff away. Don't even mess with it. Don't take it in your house. Keep it out of your cars. All that stuff. But majority of people that this will not affect. It's only once you get the level of toxins where your body just can't deal with no more. That's when you're screwed. So, yeah, we literally just bought a new bed. I wonder sometimes if I don't have what you got. Well, that'd be an interesting conversation, man. Reach out to me. We'll talk. You got my email. Send me your number. When did you send it? I sent it Friday night, I think Friday. So 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, something should be there. We threw you in the job site speaker. I think I got 2 batteries, the drill and the impact. I think that's the one that you got. So yeah, to my regulars like Tar Heels here, Kansas, all those people. You guys might get sick of hearing the whole mold story or whatever, or these live streams where I'm just randomly just talking about mold or mycotoxins. But there's not enough information online about this. I've lost too much. I've done too much. I've worked too hard. You guys have your time involved in it. I've just been through too much to not talk about this and have the platform that I've got. We need to reach as many people as possible. This is not looked at seriously enough. No worries, man. I don't know if I'll ever stop talking about this. This is completely life-changing, life-altering. We were very blessed in the situation that we had. We bought an older house for like 180. We were able to live in that house for, 5 or 6 years, 18, 19, 20, 22, 5 years, and pay off the house and also take, another 180 with us to the next house. That usually is not the case with most people. Some people could spend their life savings on a house, have an unfortunate situation, and get really, really, really stuck. So my unique situation was extraordinarily unique, where we were able to actually get out of it. It got to the point where I knew that I needed enough money to be able to afford 2 new cars at the same time as buying another $10,000 of clothes. And if you don't think clothes cost $10,000 for a family of 4, I don't know what to tell you, because it's a lot of money for clothes nowadays. Just your shirts for work, just these shirts here, these are 15 each. So you got 6 of those, and then you got 6 pairs of pants, and then you got, you're looking at like $2,000 before you even get a jacket, a hat, boots, all that stuff. It's thousands and thousands of dollars. We're looking at $2,000 per person minimum for what you need, plus probably $40K in cars, and you've already maxed out your credit card dealing with this. So yeah, our situation was super unique. What's the name of the toxins you got? I've got aflatoxin, I got geotoxin, I've got zero something, I've got trichothizine. I don't have it all in front of me. I can't click off of YouTube, it'll mess up. You ready? Ready to hang out? The wife is ready to hang out. I'm going to find those names for you, though. DSD, you got to send me your address so I can send you the saw. What's the sticky one? The sticky one's called trichothizine. Trichothizine. TRICOTHYSENE. I'm going to find my phone so I can... Here it is here. Haha, got my other phone. Hang on. Sent it to me. Awesome. I'll get this out to you. I might throw in some extra goodies just because I've actually decided that I'm not even going to keep as much stuff as I was. My buddy was here the other day. I gave him my my Rolly Husky, the 5-foot one. I gave him that. I gave him my white tool cart that was from Harbor Freight. I gave him all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff, man. I gave him the workbench, Metabo 36 volt impact, all kinds of stuff. Hang on, I'm in now. Sorry, go ahead. The place I went to was Johnson Medical Associates in Richardson, in Texas, and this is what we have here. I'll show you. I appreciate it, Darius. I'll take anything. Don't throw stuff away. I can use it. I will rehome it. Okay. That's always good. I just dropped off some suitcases. I acetoned them and bleached them, and then I dropped them off to a place that has a lot of homeless people earlier today. So, okay, these are my toxins here. We got orthotoxin, aflatoxin, trichothizine, geotoxin, and zearalenone. So we are 7. The limit is 1.8. We're at 0.87. The limit is 0.8. We're at 0.28. The limit is 0.07. We're at 2.7. The limit is 0.5. And we're at 1.14, and the limit's 0.5. So we are very toxic, I guess you could say. I can't believe you when you said you were buying new clothes every week. Actually, I was buying them every day. Once I found out that it was in the cars, I'm trying to think exactly how it went. Maybe I didn't want to take them in the house. I really can't remember, dude. I've been through so much mentally. It's actually been really, really not good. I was buying new pairs of jeans for every day. Because if I went in the house, that's what it was. If I went in the house, they were trash. And yeah, it was jeans every day. And if I went in the house, they were trash. So what I started doing was buying jeans for work every day. And then I would buy like the sleeping pants that were like shorts at Walmart for like, I think they're like $15 or something. And I'm needing more tools, all kinds. Do you have any that you're going to sell? I'll buy some from you. You have any that I could use? Just let me know. Okay, well, that'll work. I'll let you know. Ready to go? Wife's ready to hang out again.
Again? I never got to.
Again.
I never got to the first time.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I'm doing another live on this. We're going to keep talking about this. We're not going anywhere about this subject at all. Too many things have been contaminated. She says if she leaves, I'll forget. And then the kids are like, come on in here. And she's like, no, I can't leave. I gotta stand here so he knows. I need more tools, all kinds. Do you have any that you're going to sell? Yeah. And then thanks for sharing. And I'll let her know. Someone said thanks for sharing me. Somebody said thank you for sharing me.
I shared you all night already on a different channel.
Yeah. All right. You guys take it easy. See you later.